Services, the Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Casey Sports Cafe, the Seahawks Auto Group, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Movement Physiotherapy, SWGI, now U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Cherokee Recycling, the North Union Township Recreation Center, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Stewart Collision, Ferris Carpet and Towel, Potter's Bar and Grill, Gary's Auto Sales, M&R Transit, Montgomery Medical, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill in Uniontown, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Dr. Mallard and Donna George wishing the Geibel Gators the best of luck this season, Autoland Hyundai, Watson Mundorf LLP, Uniontown Detailing, Perry Floral and Gift Shop, the Geibel Catholic Fans, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Ford of Uniontown, the T-Berry Law Offices and Attorney Vincent T-Berry, George Dental Associates, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Thurby's Riverside Ford, and Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
From Franklin Regional High School, the high school basketball regular season wrapping up tonight as the 12-8 Franklin Regional Panthers, 6-5 in conference play, host the Uniontown Red Raiders, who are sitting at 10-11 overall. One correction, Franklin Regional 6-7 in conference play. The Red Raiders actually 6-7. Franklin Regional 8-5 in conference play as the Red Raiders get set to take on the Panthers tonight. Brian Morozak along with Shay Fleener, Billy Dice behind the camera, and our YouTube Live video feed. Our pregame show has always been brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. On live video stream tonight courtesy of Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians and Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown. And Shay, Uniontown needing a win tonight to qualify for the WPIAL playoffs. And if you look at both of these schools, they've really struggled recently. Uniontown's dropped 3 in a row. Franklin Regional, even though they've locked up a playoff spot, they've lost 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been amazing. I was actually just looking at that a few minutes ago. They both are 1-4 in their last 5. You know, so right now you have two teams that are...
We actually lost our radio feed here, Shane. We're going to do this again.
WMPS.
Hey, we dropped. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you sounded awful.
Is it sounding better now?
A little bit, yeah. You sounded all right before you went on.
Yeah, we haven't done anything. Well, our video's good.
Sound better now.
All right. We'll start from the top.
All right.
Fact, take the wheel. Whether you're a caregiver looking for safe rides for a loved one or you need transportation yourself, Fact is here. Seniors ride free on our fixed route buses. People with disabilities save 85%, and Medicaid covers medical trips on our shared ride and paratransit services. Discover your options. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, driving independence in Fayette County.
Brian Morozak and Shay Fleener back here at Franklin Regional High School. High school boys basketball, the regular season wrapping up tonight here on WMBS as the Franklin Regional Panthers host the Uniontown Red Raiders. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians and Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown. And Shay, the Red Raiders needing a win tonight to qualify for the WPIAL playoffs. And if you look at both Uniontown and Franklin Regional, they've really struggled as of late. Uniontown's dropped 3 in a row. Franklin Regional, even though they've locked up a playoff spot, have lost 4 of their last 5.
Absolutely, and you have two teams kind of both trending in the wrong direction right now leading into the postseason. So, you know, have Uniontown and Latrobe, Laurel Highlands, and McKeesport all going into tonight battling for that, you know, last 2 playoff spots in the section. And, you know, something's got to give in this game tonight, though. You know, you have two teams 1-4 in their last 5, and, you know, it's contrast of styles here tonight. You're going to have Franklin Regional, who's going to be real gritty. They're going to come out. They kind of win on their defense, their toughness, their grit. Uniontown's going to use more of their athleticism, and obviously they're shooting with Isaac Ellsworth. So two contrasted styles and two teams that are struggling. I think probably, and I've already spoken to both coaches tonight, and the common theme for both is they both had talked about needing to start quick and strong. So they know that going into tonight that's going to be a huge key for both teams.
You look at the conference standings right now. Gateway's locked up the section. They're 12-1 in conference play. Franklin Regional and Penn Trafford tied at 8-5. Then you have 4 teams tied for 4th place. Remember, 5 teams make the WPIAL playoffs. Laurel Highlands sitting at 6-7. Uniontown, McKeesport, and Latrobe all at 6-7. Albert Gallatin at 0-13. And all 4 conference games tonight have playoff implications. Albert Gallatin at Latrobe, McKeesport at Gateway, Penn Trafford at Laurel Highlands, Uniontown here at Franklin Regional. And the one caveat as far as the head-to-head, McKeesport has the head over Laurel Highlands sweeping the season series, and that could impact a team like Uniontown if Latrobe gets a win over Albert Gallatin, and then McKeesport, Laurel Highlands, and Uniontown all lose. McKeesport gets the last playoff spot, and Laurel Highlands and Uniontown are sent packing.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about this on Wednesday night, me and Coach Kesmarski and Coach Ackerman. And then, just me and Tony talking about it the other night, man, it's kind of really confusing. It's as confusing as a situation as I've kind of seen in a long time in a section. And the crazy thing to me is with all the playoff implications on the 4 games tonight is that none of the 4 teams are playing each other.
Correct.
I mean, that's what's so ironic and kind of rare about it. Like, you would think like at least 2 of them out of the group, they somehow would eliminate at least one of the teams, and it's just not going to happen. And we kind of talked on the way up here about watching the other games scores kind of tonight as our game is going on.
And they're all being streamed, so we'll have access to all those games as well on our Mauser's Tires scoreboard.
So, that will make it an interesting, fun night. And I guess here's the thing. If you're on the playing end, if you're on the coaching end, man, everything's right in front of you. Go out and take it. Go out and earn it. And, I'm sure that's what both coaches, especially Uniontown, I'm sure they've sold that the last, day or so in practice. And even Coach Reed, they're potentially fighting for the second spot out of the section, so they do have something to play for tonight also. So I think it's going to be a fun night all the way across the section. I hope we have a great game here, and I hope we have a really great game, but I hope Uniontown wins.
Uniontown won the first meeting of the season between these two schools, 64-56, of course, swept the season series last year. Prior to last year, the last time the two schools had met, you have to go all the way back to the year 2000, December the 29th of 2000. The Red Raiders actually knocked off the Panthers here at Franklin Regional 72-47 in the championship game of their holiday tournament. Uniontown's all-time leading scorer, Terrence Vaughn, scored 21 that night for Uniontown, while D.R. Jenkins is now the head coach of the Uniontown girls team, had 16 points in the game. But this Franklin Regional program seems like they've really been strong over the years, Shane. Just go back 2 years ago, they had made both the WPIAL and the PIAA championship game.
Yeah, they have been strong, and you know what? The other thing they've had is really good coaching. Coach Reed does a really nice job with the team. Their previous coach, Steve Scorpion, did a great job with the team, and they've had a model of consistency. And I think the common thread between the two coaches when you watch the teams play throughout the years, and I kind of saw them throughout, even though we didn't play a lot. We had common opponents. So we'd see them on film. The one constant has been the effort, the defense, the grit, and it's just kind of been something that's been bred into the program and something that carried over from coach to coach. And the thing is, and that's what me and Tony were talking after the game the other night. I said the one tough thing is going to be that's not the easiest place in the world to play here at Franklin Regional, and because of also the way they play. So Uniontown will have their work cut out for them, and I'm sure Coach Reed, with them, at this stage, they are playing for playoff seeding tonight. So he's not going to just bow down and just, whatever happens, happens. He's going to try to win this game. They're trying to fix what's wrong with them in the last 5 games. And I'm sure they've got a game plan in place for Isaac Ellsworth, I'm sure, tonight.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Again, this one of 2 games on our platforms. Also have coverage of Penn Trafford and Laurel Highlands tonight. TJ DeStefano and Steve Supert will have that game for you here on the WNBS Facebook page. And we'll get a preview of that contest with TJ and Steve when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
This
states.
is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Sova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignment, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
And good evening, everybody, from the Harold Horst Taylor Memorial Gymnasium at Laurel Highlands High School. High school basketball tonight as the Highlands Mustangs will host the Penn Trafford Warriors. TJ DeStefano, Steve Suprick with you, and Carl Childs behind the camera tonight on our WMBS Facebook page. And our video stream sponsors are Ford of Uniontown and M&R Transit. Laurel Highlands, a 12-8 mark overall. They're 6-7 in section play, coached by John Smith in his third season. And Penn Trafford, they're 11-10 overall. They're 8-5 in the section, and they are coached by Doug Kelly in his sixth season. Laurel Highlands, of course, coming off that big win on Tuesday at Uniontown, 56-54. The Mustangs have won 3 in a row, and they're fighting for their playoff lives here now, coming down to this final game. On the other side, Penn Trafford, they are coming off a win on Wednesday in non-section play, 80-49 over Trinity, and Penn Trafford has already clinched a playoff spot along with Gateway and Franklin Regional. So, Steve, a big game here tonight for Laurel Highlands. They need a win, and then we'll just have to see what else shakes out around the section if they're going to make the playoffs tonight.
Well, yeah, and it's, the only thing they can control is getting a win tonight. They got to win, and I guess they got to hope for a McKeesport loss up at Gateway, and that pretty much is as simple as we could put it. There's some other scenarios that could happen that they could still get in even with a loss, but it would have to be a lot of dominoes falling the right way for them. But hey, first things first, they got to get the kids ready to play today. I think. They've been playing terrific basketball. The game against Uniontown was just super exciting. It was a great community event. People came out, standing room only over there at the Uniontown gym, and it was just fantastic. And it was one of those things where, the Red Raiders needed a win as well, but they're not out of it either. They can still get in with a win tonight and some help as well. There could be a logjam tie that would put both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands in.
Yeah, so big game for both teams here tonight. Again, both games, Uniontown and Franklin Regional. Again, that's on the radio as well as our YouTube page, and we're here on Facebook. These two teams met back in January at Penn Trafford. The Mustangs won that game 64-62 over PT. Caden Smith led the way with 19. Luke Martin had 16, and Tyrone Burton had 10 for the Mustangs. On the other side, Zach Feldman led the way for the Warriors with 18. Peyton Mastro had 15, and Caleb Dubiak had 11. And again, that was a battle back in January where the Mustangs came out victorious.
Well, they have played some pretty good basketball. Interesting, their conference record is 8-5. Mustangs 6-7, but Mustangs' overall record was 12-8.
Yes.
And their record is just 11-10. So kind of two opposite things going on there. But the main thing, most important thing, is the section record to qualify for the playoffs. Mustangs are kind of looking up at that, and the only thing they control is get a win. And even if they don't make the playoffs, it's still, I think the kids would feel pretty good. And I know Coach John Smith would probably feel, disappointed if they didn't get in the playoffs. But if they can come out of here with a win tonight, that would just be a nice feather in their cap. And they've been playing some really good basketball. I've been really impressed with Coach Smith, and the way he runs the team is, it's a nice pattern offense. They move the ball around, and you mentioned a couple of the big games with Martin and Smith and Burton scoring a lot of points, and it seems like it's every night it's somebody different, and that tells you he does takes what the defense gives him and makes a plan accordingly. And Jude Packrone, he's getting 7 points a game, but where he excels is on the defensive end. He always gets the assignment of the other team's best shooter guard, and does his best to shut him down. He does a fantastic job of that. And of course, the garbage man, Mr. Sevi Vecchiola, he's a scrapper. He just that ball that goes on the ground, he's going to be the one under the pile most of the time. And it's just fun watching him play. It's a good, fun, entertaining team to watch, and I really enjoyed the game the other night. They played against a good Uniontown team and gave them a really good run for their money, and ended up getting out of there with a win.
And you mentioned earlier, Steve, this is the best under the 3 years of John Smith here for the Mustangs. Again, 12-8 in the first season. They went 2-20. Last year they were 5-17. So you could see the improvement from the first year to year 3 already.
Well, when you have a player like Gallagher here for 4 years, and it's going to be a little bit of a letdown after that, and they played some younger players, and those younger players are now juniors and seniors here, so they've got a lot of experience, and they've done really well. They're not a dominating team. I wouldn't say they could beat the best teams in Pittsburgh, but they could certainly play with a lot of teams in Pittsburgh, and they never seem like they're out of a game. They just always hang around, and they had a stretch there, TJ, where they actually were in a lot of games and tied, and then they kind of ran out of gas in that fourth quarter, and they kind of blew a couple leads, and or just kind of withered away at the end, and they haven't been doing that lately. I don't know if they're going over to Casey's and eating a pregame meal before. I know they've been doing that. I know they're kind of, all sports guys are superstitious, and I know they've been, with school being out, with all this cold weather, I know they've gone over there and had a couple of meals, pregame breakfast meals and all that, and then come over for a shoot around. So they've been kind of in a routine, and the routine seems to be working.
Yeah. So it should be a fun game here tonight, and again, we'll be bringing it to you on our WMBS Facebook page. We'll go on around 7:15, and tip-off here is at 7:30 for Laurel Highlands and Penn Trafford. So hope you join Steve and I on our WMBS Facebook page tonight. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more of our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on our C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's. Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hard, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Prime Rozak back here on the East Browns Insurance Group pregame show. Uniontown at Franklin Regional. Laurel Highlands hosting Penn Trafford. Time now for a schedule and scoreboard. Being brought to you by Mauser's Tire Center. Need tread this winter? Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Visit Mauser's Tire today. Taking a look at some girls high school basketball scores from last night. The game you heard here on WMBS. Girls Section 2 1A action. Sarah Catholic, a 1-point win over Geibel, 51-50. First loss of the season for the Lady Gators. Other Section 2 1A girls scores from last night. West Green down to Vella, 57-33. It was Bishop Canevin 47, Mapletown 20, and Clareton a 43-36 win over Monessen. Other local girls scores: the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs qualified for the playoffs with a 43-36 win over Yock last night. Trinity down Uniontown 38-29. It was Jeanette 61, Fraser 36. Bell Vernon a 64-17 win over Southmoreland. It was Elizabeth Forward 48 and South Park 41. Mount Pleasant knocking off Ringgold 48-29. One local boys score from last night: Turkeyfoot Valley down Brownsville 46-36. Looking at the schedule of boys games for tonight, Connellsville on the road at Cannon Mac. That's a Section 2 6A game. Looking down at Section 1 5A, all 4 games with playoff implications. Albert Gallatin at Latrobe. Gateway hosting McKeesport, and the 2 here on WMBS. Penn Trafford at Laurel Highlands, and Franklin Regional hosting Uniontown. Down in Section 3 and 4A, Derry's at Elizabeth Forward, Greensburg-Salem hosts West Mifflin, Yonkey at East Allegheny. Looking at Section 4 and 3A, boys games for tonight, Charleroi at Ligonier Valley, Mount Pleasant at Waynesburg, Brownsville hosting Southmoreland tonight. Boys Section 1 2A games tonight, Bentworth at Fraser, Clareton hosting Jeanette, Riverview at California, Springdale at Greensburg Central Catholic. Section 3 2A boys games tonight, Carmichael's hosting Fort Cherry, Jefferson Morgan at Chartiers Houston. Down in Single A, Section 2 1A, Geibel scheduled to play at Monessen tonight. Sarah Catholic at Environmental Charter Neighborhood Academy hosting St. Joseph. A couple of local girls games also scheduled for tonight, including Connellsville at Cannon Mac. That game actually underway right now. And Fraser at the Ellis School tonight as well. That's a Section 4 2A girls game. Again, here on WMBS, a pair of boys games. Laurel Highlands hosting Penn Trafford. Uniontown at Franklin Regional. More ahead on our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show in just a moment.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatrics, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Chris Parker Jr., what's going on at Auto Lane Hyundai?
0% financing is back. How about 0% for 60 months on 2026 all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucsons and Santa Fe? Or HMF bonus cash up to $4,000 on Santa Fe Hybrid. The only thing lower than 0% are the below zero temperatures we've had.
You're right about that.
With great Hyundai financing, over 100 new Hyundais in stock, and affordable vehicles like the 2026 Venue Crossover and award-winning Elantra, it's easy to get away during the Hyundai Getaway Sales event.
Any leasing deals?
Lease a 26 Elantra SE for $199 per month, or 26 Kona SE Crossover for $219 a month. Just see us for details.
Plus Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection, 5-year unlimited miles roadside assistance. Auto Lane Hyundai, 25 East Fayette Street, downtown Uniontown, or visit their website at AutoLandHyundai.com.
And remember, you'll always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Brian Morozek back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. 2 boys high school basketball games in our platforms tonight. Uniontown on the road at Franklin Regional. Laurel Highlands hosting Penn Trafford. And we've certainly had some exciting games on our platforms this week. It started on Tuesday. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands coming right down to the wire, tied at 54.
Twice. Down to 7 seconds left. Smith directing traffic. Burton setting the screen. Smith up top for 3. Off the mark. Martin there. Scores on the putback. Mustangs win it! The Mustangs win it! 56-54! Luke Martin, the hero of the day for Laurel Highlands!
They ended up putting 0.8 of a second back on the clock with Uniontown's home run ball intercepted at midcourt by Tyrone Burton, and the Mustangs hung on for a 2-point win. Then last night, Geibel leading Sarah Catholic late by a point, and Abby Jennis coming alive for Sarah Catholic, putting the Eagles up for good.
Dabrowski will trigger it in. 19 seconds to play. Sarah Catholic down 1. Dabrowski in the corner to Spanos. Passes up on the 3. Works to her right. Up top to Dabrowski. 15 seconds left. Set near side over to Jennis. Jennis pull-up jumper. Good. With 9 seconds left. Sarah leads by 1.
Geibel had one last chance late, but Emma Larkin couldn't make it happen for the Lady Gators.
Darnell will trigger it in just to the left of us, shy of midcourt. With Geibel down 1 at 51-50, goes into Larkin. Larkin trying to go between defenders. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Clever. The putback for the win. No good. And Sarah Catholic ends Geibel's hopes of an undefeated season. Sarah Catholic 51. Geibel 50.
So Sarah Catholic ends Geibel's bid of an unbeaten season. The Lady Gators back in action on Saturday on the road at Avella. They'll also play a non-conference game against Carrick on Monday. So we're hoping for another exciting couple of high school basketball games on our platforms tonight. Uniontown on the road at Franklin Regional. Laurel Highlands hosting Penn Trafford. We'll talk to Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse. Our surplus, your savings.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Fallen in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. Brian Morozek back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Boys High School basketball here on WMBS tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders at Franklin Regional taking on the Panthers. Laurel Highlands also in action hosting Penn Trafford. The Red Raiders and the Mustangs both needing wins to qualify for the WPIAL playoffs. Back now with Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. And Rob, going back to your last conference game on Tuesday, certainly a thriller with Laurel Highlands, and folks will remember for quite some time. Unfortunately, your Red Raiders ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yes, it was a thrilling game, and it was a great experience for both teams. I feel that us and Laurel Highlands next year will have probably the most players coming back if you look at who's going to lose people in the section. So again, it was a really good game. We were fortunate to win on Laurel's court, and Laurel was fortunate to win on our court. So they deserve credit, but again, it was our kids battled so hard the entire time, just like Laurel Highlands. We were able to tie it up, and fortunately for Laurel Highlands, Luke made a nice tip back in, and that happens more than you think. And if you look at NBA or NCAA, Jim Balvin and his team, a lot of times things like that happen. But again, it was a great high school game. Game was over. Laurel Highlands celebrated like they should have, and then everybody lined up and shook hands. So that was a great sportsmanship on both teams, and now we're going to see what we can do Friday. We always talk about there's 14 games in the section. If we win Friday, we're going to be where we want to be. And like we said early in the year, we started out, we lost some really tough games in a row, and really we've really come back to give ourselves a chance. Our kids deserve a lot of credit.
And with Franklin Regional coming up on Friday, certainly a lot of wild playoff scenarios exist to determine whether your Red Raiders will be in or out of the WPIAL playoffs come the end of the week.
Yes, it is. And like we said, we've been a good road team. We expect Franklin to play a really good basketball game. We'll have scouted well. And the one thing we win, we're in, the way it looks at. But like the tiebreakers, we're not sure. So over the years, we're very, like, I'm not saying it to be arrogant, but when we win as much as we have, we don't really look at these playoff scenarios much because we're way clinched by now. But this is a different thing for us, and it's a great experience, and we want our kids to get in there, and we're going to do everything possible for them to win a game. Some of the tiebreakers, like we were talking previously, we're not even sure how some of the tiebreakers work. I know head-to-head, but whenever there's 3 or 4 teams, if you look at the rules, different things can happen, but you can't worry about that. I told the players the other night we had to win 1 out of 2 games this week, and unfortunately we didn't win against Laurel Highlands in a great game. But if we beat Franklin Regional, a team we already beat once, we should be in the playoffs.
That was Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. The Red Raiders in action at Franklin Regional taking on the Panthers. Laurel Highlands also hosting Penn Trafford. And we'll talk to the head coach of the Mustangs, John Smith, when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You MediSpa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A MediSpa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 63 years and providing quality, reliable service. Ted Sova & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident represent and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Sova. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Sova proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetsafetysolutionsllc.com. Ted Sova is proud to support local high school sports.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Prime Roseneck back here on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show. Uniontown at Franklin Regional. Laurel Highlands hosting Penn Trafford, back with the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, John Smith. And John, what an exciting win Tuesday over Laurel Highlands. Now an opportunity to get into the WPIAL playoffs with a win over Penn Trafford tonight.
Yeah, big win for the boys there on Tuesday. I thought we had a pretty good game plan going in, and I thought the boys executed pretty well. Caden had a heck of a game. He doesn't seem to shy away from the moment, so to speak. So, it was exciting. It was a great atmosphere. A lot of people in the community were there, and it was. I was glad to be a part of it. That's what high school basketball is supposed to be all about.
Talk about that final sequence.
Well, we got the ball. I called a timeout there once we got the ball over half court. I kind of went over with the kids, I had an idea what I wanted to do. We have a couple sets that we like to run, in the half court coming out of a, a last second situation type of play, but Caden was playing so well, I really didn't want to take the ball out of his hands. So basically, I just kind of wanted to put him in there, put Luke and someone else down underneath the hoop, somewhere close, short corner wise, and then, let Caden read the defense and react off the pick and roll. And, I did tell the boys they were teasing me. I was telling them no threes. And that was more, I didn't want to go out and rush, take a 3-point shot with 7 or 8 seconds left on the clock, and then get a long rebound and call timeout, and still have 3 seconds to score the ball in the half court. So, I couldn't be mad at Caden. I think, the Raiders were sitting there waiting for him. The guy guarding him went underneath the screen, and he had a good look at it. He had a good look at it. I think that was a better shot than if he would have tried to get downhill. I know Sheffy was right there in the paint waiting for him, and he kind of elevated, and I don't think he got it off right in rhythm, and it came up with this wee little short there, and Luke was right there, right place, right time, and the place went crazy. It was special to be a part of it.
And now moving on, one final regular season game, a must-win tonight against Penn Trafford. The only tiebreaker really going against you is obviously against McKeesport's. You want to avoid being in any head-to-head side situations with them, but if you can take care of business tonight against Penn Trafford, you should be in pretty good shape.
Well, I hope so. We had two really close games with McKeesport this year. One in particular at our place, where I think that was the game after the Waynesburg game. I believe we shot 18 for 18 from the free throw line at Waynesburg, and then came home, and I think we missed 11 free throws against McKeesport, and I think we lost by 2 points. And in this section, and it can come back and bite us. So, we definitely need to, we need to take care of business tonight. I know Penn Trafford's going to come out. With those boys, they're scrappy. It was a dog fight down at their place, and I'm anticipating a battle tonight.
Coach, again, congrats on the win Tuesday. Best of luck tonight. Hope to see your Mustangs in the postseason.
All right, Brian, I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's our Highlands head coach, John Smith. The Mustangs at home taking on Penn Trafford. Uniontown and Franklin Regional. However, this day in Uniontown basketball history segment for you next.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family-owned and operated, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers a variety of affordable services, traditional, cremation with viewing and simple cremation, plus warmth, convenience, and ample parking, and they are ready to assist you. Best wishes to all of our local teams from the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Riverside Ford is pleased to announce that we've been awarded Ford Motor Company's highest honor.
The President's Award is only presented to those top-performing Ford dealerships that exhibit quality business practices and Ford's core principles. Dealerships nationwide competed for this honor, but only 10% of all dealerships achieved the President's Award.
Dealers must exceed customers' expectations every day and achieve the highest levels of performance. The pursuit of excellence requires passion, tenacity, and hard work in both sales and service.
The Thurby family and our employees have earned the President's Award 23 times and would like to thank our customers for scoring us the highest in the Pittsburgh region for customer satisfaction. Remember, victories achieved each time a customer translates into a lifelong relationship, and that's a celebration of excellence.
Please stop by and visit Thurby's Riverside Ford and experience the Thurby difference.
Thurby's Riverside Ford, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin.
Brian Morozak, Jay Fleeter back here at Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville, about 5 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Franklin Regional Panthers hosting the Uniontown Red Raiders. Shays your starting lineups. They're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams.
Okay, so for the Franklin Regional Panthers, coming in 12-8 on the season, 8-5 in the section. They will start number 2, Alec Maston, a 6-foot sophomore guard coming off injury, hadn't played much this season, getting a start tonight for the Panthers. Number 3, Weber Rankin, a 5'11 junior guard, averaging 11.3 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. Number 10, Colin Holt, 6'4 senior forward, averaging 6.4 points a game and 2.9 rebounds. Number 11, Logan Walter, 5'10 junior guard, leading scorer for the Panthers, getting 15.9 a game, 2.9 rebounds, and 3.4 assists. And rounding out the starting lineup tonight for Franklin Regional, number 15, Anthony Mitchell, a 5'10 junior guard, averaging 8.7 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game. Over to the Uniontown Red Raiders, coming in at 10-11 and 6-7 in the section. They'll start their normal starting 5 tonight. Number 2, Cam Dugan, 5'9 junior guard, averaging 11.6 points per game. Number 5, Nolan Baker, 6-foot junior guard, averaging 10 points per game and 4.6 rebounds. Number 11, Isaac Ellsworth, 6-foot senior guard, leading scorer for the Red Raiders, averaging 19.1 points per game. Number 12, Anthony Sheffy, 6'5 junior forward, averaging 3 points per game and 4.7 rebounds per game. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 14, Peyton Fitzgerald, averaging 7.2 points per game and 7.5 rebounds per game.
And Shay, we weren't sure what kind of crowd we were going to see here tonight, but a lot of folks starting to make their way in. It's also a special night as they're raising funds for the American Cancer Society.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of talked during the JV game there that it might be a sparse crowd like the other night, and like you said, especially within the last 3 to 5 minutes, they just kind of keep rolling in. So starting to look like a nice crowd, and hopefully, I actually hope it gets kind of juiced up, because I think that'll kind of help Uniontown get into the game a little more, hopefully, too.
Yeah, both of these schools just trying to regain a little bit of form right now. I mentioned Uniontown. They've lost 3 in a row, 4 of 5. The only win in that stretch over McKeesport last Wednesday, 55-50. It losses against Penn Trafford, 66-48. Gateway, 63-42. Of course, the tough 2-point loss Tuesday against Laurel Highlands. Also lost a non-conference game to Baldwin on Wednesday. Shane, you had that game here on WMBS.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you were saying that, ironically, Franklin Regional's only win in their last 5 is against Albert Gallatin.
Correct, yes.
With the same score of 55-50. So, you talk about 2 teams coming in at this kind of like weird time right now. But, Uniontown had a tough one Wednesday night. Baldwin, I've coached against Coach Ackerman. That was a tough matchup for them. And I think, after the kind of heartbreaking loss they had Tuesday night, and then not to have a big crowd in their home gym, made for a tough one, and they need to correct it tonight.
And that win over Albert Gallatin on the Franklin Regional side actually snapped a 4-game losing streak for the Panthers. Prior to that, their last win over McKeesport, 55-52, and they also had a win over Penn Trafford. And don't forget, early on in the season, this Franklin Regional team was red hot. They were 4-0, actually knocked off Gateway back in December.
Yeah.
So it should be a fun one here at Franklin Regional High School tonight. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this. The Panthers and the Red Raiders here on WMBS.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
When you need notary services, trust the best.
Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Prime Rozak, Shea Fleener back here, Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville, just about set to go. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Franklin Regional Panthers. Uniontown needing a win to qualify for the WPIAL playoffs. Franklin Regional 8-5 in the conference have locked up a playoff spot, but they're fighting for playoff and seeding positioning as well right now. The Red Raiders and their away Maroons. White numbers, their bench across the court to our right. Franklin Regional, the home whites. Navy blue numbers, some gold trim, their bench across the court to our left. Officials here tonight, Ryan Mayer, Mike Jurinsky, and Mike Fleming. And this place getting pretty hyped up tonight, Shea.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and we talked about it earlier. Crowd starting to get in the game. Got their student section. All the students got purple shirts on. They're ready to go. Uniontown side, they have some fans here, not a ton, but, you know, I don't know, man. It's kind of one of these. I hope Uniontown starts quick. You know, just kind of body language right now. They look a little low-key, not sure how energetic it is right now. They're going to need to be ready to jump out because Coach Jesse Reed already said that he knows they have to start fast also.
And again, we'll have score updates on all 4 Section 1 5A games tonight with playoff implications on the line. Of course, Albert Gallatin at Greater Latrobe, McKeesport at Gateway. You can watch the Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game on the WMBS Facebook page. And here in Murraysville, Uniontown taking on the Franklin Regional Panthers, and Laurel Highlands in a very similar position to Uniontown needing a win tonight. Uniontown probably in a slightly better spot because the Red Raiders have the tiebreaker over McKeesport. Colin Holt in the center circle for Franklin Regional, jumping against Anthony Sheffy. The Panthers working left to right as we describe it, as Mike Jurinsky will step into the center circle. We'll get this regular season finale underway for Murraysville on a Friday night. We appreciate you joining us for high school basketball here on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page. Hard to believe the high school basketball regular season coming to an end already this evening.
I was just about to say that. It's gone by so quickly this season.
So Mr. Jurinsky in the center circle. And we'll get this contest started with a playoff spot on the line for Uniontown. They'll control the opening tap. Back to Cam Dugan. And important for Dugan to keep his head in the game tonight, Shea.
Yeah, I actually think they need him to have a hot start. And I think he needs to really attack the basket tonight, get into the lane, and then start utilizing his drives and getting the ball to other guys right under the basket.
Dugan, some fancy dribbling there, left of the lane, handing off to cutting Nolan Baker, who gets the opening 2 points of the game for Uniontown. Good start for the Red Raiders.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they need from Cam Dugan tonight, and it's nice for the Red Raiders to see Nolan Baker get on the board quick.
Anthony Mitchell will bring it across here for Franklin Regional. Switch up top there with Weber Rankin. And now to Colin Holt, try to come inside. Ball was deflected. It comes free on the near side. We'll stay with Franklin Regional here in the Uniontown zone. And I'm interested to see, Shea, what we're going to see out of Alex Maston tonight. Coming off an injury. He did not play against Laurel Highlands when we were here last Thursday. And he has a knee brace on that left knee. So I'm assuming that's the injury he's coming off of. And he has the basketball right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Coach Reed talked about missing guys earlier in the season, so you know the thing about it sometimes messes the flow up, but here he is right there, hits a foul line jumper for the first 2 points for the Panthers tonight.
And ties the game up at 2 here a minute in Murraysville. A little double team there on Nolan Baker, and Franklin Regional forcing the turnover. Numbers coming back, maybe going a little bit too quickly there to Rankin, but saved out of the corner by Logan Walter. Back to Rankin. Rankin right of the lane, resets to Maston coming far baseline, puts it up and in. So Maston making an instant impact here for Franklin Regional as they go up 2 at 4-2 here at the 6:38 mark of the first.
Yeah, and turnovers are not what Uniontown wants to see early. You know, Franklin Regional kind of lives on their defense, so you don't want to give them any extra motivation to increase the intensity.
Ellsworth coming far baseline, looking there for Nolan Baker. The Panthers deflect the basketball out of play. We'll stay with Uniontown here in the Franklin Regional Zone.
I would expect to see multiple guys on Isaac Ellsworth and try to stay fresh on him and make him really work for everything tonight.
It'll be Baker to trigger it in to Cam Dugan here on the near boundary. Fronted there by Logan Walter. Dugan slowing things down, trying to feel out this Franklin Regional defense. Working off to his left again to Nolan Baker. Into Sheffy here left of the lane. Sheffy off to his right, trying to create a little fade away from just inside the foul line, and air ball, and goes right to Weber Rankin.
Yeah, I think that's where Anthony needs to kind of just, take what he's given. He kind of forced that jumper. It's not the shot Uniontown wants this early in the game.
Mitchell pulling it back out to Maston, spinning here right in the lane. Might have been a travel not called. Near side again to Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell now working inside, trying to bounce pass. Might have been kicked, not called. Kept alive here by the Panthers. The reset here to Walter up top. Walter driving here on Dugan, getting swatted by Sheffy, but a foul called here on the Red Raiders.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think they could have gotten either guy. Yeah, it looks like they gave it to number 2, Cam Dugan. Honestly, I thought they could have got both. Anthony Sheffy, usually really good at blocking shots, didn't need to swat down. Could have just stayed vertical there. He still would have gotten the block.
Walter, first of 2 free throws on the way, and no good there for Franklin Regional. Walter came in, the Panthers' leading scorer, averaging 15.9 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. He's been a lot of their offense so far this season. 5'10 junior guard, second of 2 free throws. Good for Walter as Franklin Regional increases their lead to 5-2 over Uniontown. Panthers on a little 5-0 mini run.
Yeah, Uniontown just needs to have good possessions. They need to get good shots, and if it means an extended possession, that's fine. Just make Franklin Regional play defense.
There's Nolan Baker missing on a 3 from the far side. Rebound going to Logan Walter, coming back across here for the Panthers. Walter resetting between the circles, bouncing it off far side there to Colin Holt. Out again there to Mitchell. Bounce pass, repositioning underneath and getting the 2 to go. Weber Rankin. So Rankin, it wasn't an easy shot, Shea, but he got it to go. 7-0 run now for Franklin Regional. Panthers lead by 5 here at home.
Yeah, Uniontown needs to work. I think Cam Dugan attacking again. And then I don't know, the other night in the second half, Peyton Fitzgerald really started posting up on the block and making some really nice moves around the basket. Might need to look at that right now, too. Try to get something easy, get back on the board here.
Panthers already playing with a lot more energy than what we saw against Laurel Highlands last Thursday. Dugan near elbow, jumper came up short. That should be off of Franklin Regional going out. Last touch there by Colin Holtz.
And I think that was a great shot by Cam Dugan. Attacked, pulled up right at the elbow, uncontested. Not anything you can ask. I mean, that's a great shot for any player on the floor right there.
Isaac Ellsworth to trigger it in, just touches it in there to Fitzgerald, back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth muscling his way in. Franklin Regional wanted the charge, and they're going to get it here on Ellsworth.
Now, my only issue with that is it was a charge, but they did not call it.
Yes.
When it happened, the Franklin Regional bench explodes, starts calling for it, and then the official decides to call it. So, terrible call based on the situation.
Mitchell back across. Panthers off to a good start on the near wing to Rankin. And just a little shovel between the circles again to Logan Walter. Watched there by Dugan. They set the screen up top, and Walter a little give and go, and driving and scoring Colin Holtz. It's now a 9-0 run for Franklin Regional. Coach K wants a timeout. This will be a 30, 4:25 left here in the opening quarter. 9-2 Panthers are back at 30 on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Morozek, Shea Fleener back here at Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville. Franklin Regional on a 9-0 run. Uniontown burning a timeout. The Laurel Highlands game against Penn Trafford just getting underway over the Mustang Corral. But here Uniontown, some work to do, playing from down 7 here early on as Cam Dugan brings it across.
Yeah, Coach Reed talked about having a fast start. He's gotten it so far. Coach Kesmarski said the same thing. They're going to have to fight back.
Ellsworth deep 3 off the mark. Off a deflection, rebound goes to Anthony Mitchell, Franklin Regional. Forward again to Colin Holt. Holt with some contact, charge called there on Holt.
Well, you have to call that one after you've called the last one. So, Isaac, I don't know if he honestly had position. It was a good effort. It was close. It was one of those 50-50 calls. but based on the call they made earlier, you have to give it to him. Great job by Isaac to get that. Now Uniontown's got to find something and get going here.
Well, good to see the officiating at least consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all you can ask for as a coach, even if they miss it.
Dugan, a little juggle, regained in front of the Panthers bench, trying to shovel it to Sheffy, lost the handle out of bounds, and back over to Franklin Regional. Sheffy pounded the basketball off the court. I think he's going to get a warning here.
Well, I'm telling you now, the officials did a great job of managing that right there because they easily could have called a technical foul. I think they know probably the scope of the game also. So great job of managing the game. So, once again, I even though I didn't agree with the call earlier, they're being consistent. They're being fair right now. That's all you can really ask for. So,
hopefully Sheffy learned his lesson there a little bit too, Shay, not to do that again.
He better have, because the next one will be a technical.
For
if he
sure.
does it again, so.
Logan Walter near side now to Weber Rankin. Into Holt, back in the corner. 3 no good for Mitchell. Rebound tipped around to control there by Walter. Steps back outside the arc. Sends it far side to Weber Rankin. His 3-ball no good. Good Sky there on the rebound for Fitzgerald.
Yeah, they need Payton to have a huge game on the glass tonight.
Another deep 3 from Ellsworth. Near side, good. He likes that spot, Shay.
Yeah.
And Isaac Ellsworth, his 77th, made 3 of the season. Gives Uniontown a little life. They're back to within 4, down 9-5.
I don't know that there's a spot on the floor he doesn't like, Brian. He likes them all.
A little deflection there. Panthers keep it alive. Down low, Maston repositions. Missed there. Out in front. Rebound for Oliver Levin. Got deflected out of play off of Uniontown. Going out will stay with the Panthers.
The thing Coach Kesmarski's got to be communicating to the players, though, right there is shot goes up, and Peyton Fitzgerald and Anthony Sheffy are watching while Franklin Regional guys get an offensive rebound. But it does look like we had a correction on the call.
Yeah, they did.
Uniontown ball coming up the court.
Yeah, they changed that from the initial call, so the Red Raiders getting it back down 4 and 9-5 here at the 2:50 mark of the opening quarter. Here's Cam Dugan on the near wing, backing off of Alex Maston. Dugan left of the lane, trying to spin forward, shovels back to Ellsworth, works to his right with tight defense there for Mitchell. Resetting now to Chase White, who just checked in. And the Red Raiders dancing all over the court right now, and Dugan will fire the 3 and hit it. Dugan had a big 3 late against Laurel Highlands, another one there. Back-to-back 3s from Ellsworth and Dugan, and the Red Raiders, just like that, back to within 1 at 9-8.
So how the three-point lines changed the game so much, and especially the amount of attempts that occur anymore. You can get right back in the game with a couple made shots. So good job by Cam and Isaac.
Walter working to his right in the corner. That's Weber Rankin. 3-ball and air ball going right to Chase White of Uniontown. The momentum now is swung back in the Red Raiders' direction. White down in front, and that's Donovan Coffey getting his first 2 off the Uniontown bench to tie this, actually to give Uniontown a 10-9 lead now at the 1:54 mark of the opening quarter.
Great job by Uniontown fighting back. They just got to keep this intensity up, though.
And there's a deep 3 for Franklin Regional. And that's Maston again. Maston now with 7 of their 12 so far, Shay. And the lead at 2 at 12-10 now for the Panthers.
Yeah, it almost makes you wonder if he's playing all year, if Logan Walters, even the leading scorer on the team, or maybe we're just seeing something, where he's having a really good night.
Well, Panthers force a turnover, missing on the drive. Mitchell, ball goes out of play. Last touch by Uniontown going out.
Great job by Cam Dugan to keep fighting there, though. Logan Walter had the offensive rebound. Cam Dugan kept kind of fighting, even though the ball went out on him, took away 2 points. Listen, every single possession tonight is going to be huge on both ends of the floor. If there's a loose ball, or rebounds, you gotta make things happen here.
Daniel Masiello checking in down the Franklin Regional side as Maston has it again, sends it out to Masiello. 3 from the far wing came up short. Offensive rebound brought down on the far side there from Walter. Back near side to Levin. Missed out about an 8-footer, and a foul's going to be called here on Maston, poking it away there from Chase White.
Yeah, good call. Chase had the ball. Really no reason to even foul there, but good job by the officials.
The Red Raiders will trigger it back in. It's Franklin Regional 12, Uniontown 10. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter.
Uniontown's going to have to figure out how to rebound the basketball. Franklin Regional already has 5 offensive rebounds, and, they're not the biggest team in the world, so got to do a better job.
And there's Nolan Baker looking for the 3 from the far wing, and he'll send it in. So the 3s helping Uniontown out here early on. 3 made 3s here in the opening quarter. Red Raiders now up a point at 13-12.
The off-the-ball movement's what got Nolan open on that one, and a great job by him to work to get it.
Masiello trying to answer back. He's cold from the outside. 2 missed 3s to start off the Franklin Regional bench. And Ellsworth the rebound there for Uniontown. So Uniontown, after a slow start, now leading by 1, and Ellsworth leaning into that 2. It's no good. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound muscled away by Logan Walter of Franklin Regional. Walter, a little hop step out in front. Got blocked there by Coffey. Battle for the loose ball. Jump ball called, and now a little extracurriculars here after the whistle.
Yeah. The problem is everybody's got to watch it now, because if something would happen in a game right here, you're out the first playoff game. So, you got to be careful here. Back on the last offensive possession, I wish Isaac did a great job of shot faking and getting the defender off his feet. I wish he'd go get the contact and get to the foul line.
And right off the inbounds pass, the basket and 1.
And it's Maston again.
Maston now 9 here in the opening quarter. And Franklin Regional back in the lead at 14-13. Foul on Donovan Coffey, his first team third.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they say you keep kind of fighting back. You don't want to give up those easy ones. Maston's having a great first quarter for Franklin Regional.
Makes the free throw, gives him 10. Panthers now up 2 at 15-13 with 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Cam Dugan left to the lane, and they'll get Maston for a second personal foul. It's a big foul here early on.
Hey, great job. And I don't know if he did it on purpose or whatever, but great job by Cam Dugan initiating the contact there and getting Maston to pick up the second, because now here, they're going to the bench and bringing in Weber Rankin in for him. Now he has to go to the bench. So the guy that has 10 out of the 15 is on the bench. Good thing for the Red Raiders right now.
Carl Highlands off to a 10-8 lead early on Penn Trafford on our Mauser's Tires scoreboard. Coffey into Sheffy. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Puts it off the glass. Shot attempt no good. Rebound pulled down there by Weber Rankin of Franklin Regional. Down to 2, down to 1. Rankin from deep. Drains the 3. What a way to cap off the opening quarter for Franklin Regional and Weber Rankin. And remember that shot. It could mean some points later on in a tight game. It puts the Panthers up 5 at 18-13 after 1. We're back with a 2nd and 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Prime Rozak, Shea Fleener back here at Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville. Franklin Regional an 18-13 lead over Uniontown after a big 3 from Weber Rankin to end that opening quarter. And Uniontown with the basketball working right to left as we describe it. Down low, Nolan Baker tried a little scoop shot, no good. Fitzgerald missed on the putback. Ball loose, should be off of Franklin Regional going out. Last touch there by Weber Rankin as Uniontown retains possession here in the Panthers zone. And Shea, that Rankin 3, I think, was big because it gave Coach Reed a little bit of a cushion here, allowing him to leave Maston on the bench with 2 personal fouls, maybe not pressing him into duty here to start the second quarter.
Oh, absolutely, because now Uniontown's just got to cover 5 points just to tie it back up, and then even if they make a little more of a run, then they can they still have some cushion.
Fitzgerald leaning and scoring there to pull the Red Raiders back to within 3 at 18-15.
And that's what I hope they keep looking at that. I think Peyton can have a huge impact in this game.
And out of the corner, Colin Holt drains the 3. That's 3 made threes for Franklin Regional, 1 from Maston, 1 from Rankin, and now 1 from Holt. And the Panthers go back up 6 at 21-15. 7:15 left here in the opening quarter. Dugan trying to answer back. Missed 3 there. Franklin Regional with the rebound. Pulled down by Walter. Bounce pass forward. Maciel, a little shovel there. Off to Holt. Resetting up top. And Baker running into Weber Rankin. Will pick up the Uniontown foul. That'll be his first.
Yeah, great hustle trying to get that steal. Uniontown's been in a zone for a little bit towards the end of that first quarter and starting early here in the second quarter. The problem with playing a zone is you start giving up wide open threes like that, and Franklin Regional's capitalized on it by hitting 3 so far. So they're going to have to be careful here staying in this zone too long and letting them get comfortable.
Panthers into the backcourt there to Logan Walter. Up top there to Rankin. Touch back into the corner. 3 on the way. Good again. And Walter draining that one. So that's 4 made threes, Shea, from 4 different players on the Franklin Regional side, and the Panthers up 9 over Uniontown at 24-15 with 6:43 left before halftime.
And that's that problem of being in the zone again. I mean, it's too easy to give up easy stuff.
Dugan getting that 2 to go. Was close to a walk not called, but the Red Raiders will take it. They needed those points to pull back to within 7 at 24-17.
They've just got to do a good job. Listen, they fought back once. You're going to have to do it again, and you're just going to have to keep grinding, but you got to get stops. You can't give up wide open shots. Got to jump to the ball. Right there, good hustle. Got the ball back.
Yeah, Baker had the initial touch. Great save from Dugan. Sent forward to Fitzgerald in the lane. Lays it up. Shot won't drop. Missed there from point-blank range. The Red Raiders will hope that they would be able to have that one back. And on the other side, that's 11 driving and a foul called down low here on Uniontown.
Well, the one saving grace of that is it was going to be a layup if they didn't foul. So Peyton Fitzgerald picking up the foul, his first foul, but he saved 2 points. So, dead ball for Franklin Regional. Now you got to get a stop.
Anthony Mitchell back in. He'll trigger it in here right to the basket in the Uniontown zone. Panthers the basketball in a 7-point lead.
That's offensive.
Well, they're going to call that on Uniontown.
Yeah, I mean, Cam might have locked up, but he pushed him. I mean, at the very least, probably what it should be, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it probably honestly should be a double foul. It probably should have went both ways. Coach Kesmarski's got to be careful here. Cam Dugan and Walter still having words with each other.
And off the inbounds pass, Baker, a huge block there on Masiello, giving the Red Raiders the basketball back down 7. Off to Sheffy on the wing, up top again to Dugan.
I can't even believe they put that ball in play. You had one official talking to the coach.
I agree.
I don't know what was going on.
Now foul on the floor here against Franklin Regional. Panther fans don't like it.
Fouls on Weber Rankin, his first. The officials need to do a good job of getting this game back under control real quick, because you got players out there talking to each other right now, a little more than they probably should be.
They changed the foul? No, it's going to be on Rankin. The official went over the scores table a second time.
I think they gave a warning.
Okay, and here's a deep 3 from Ellsworth. It's going to be an air ball. Fitzgerald going for the save, able to keep it alive. Back to Dugan. Good hustle there from Payton.
Yeah. Hey, listen, those are plays you got to make if you're trying to fight back, if you're trying to win a game. You got to make those hustle plays.
Dugan on the switch back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth with Mitchell in his face, deflects it out of play. Will still stay with Uniontown here in the Franklin Regional Zone.
They always talk about the 50-50 balls, and you got to win those battles. This is a game where you got to win the battle of the 50-50 balls, all the loose balls, all the rebounds. If you're going to have a chance to win on the road against a good team, you're going to have to win that battle probably.
This game getting chippy, and now a little playoff-like atmosphere, and certainly a must-win here for Uniontown. They'll go down to Fitzgerald, try to back his way in, a little turn and shoot, and he'll get the basket to go in 1. Big shot there for Peyton Fitzgerald, and the Red Raiders back to within 5 with a free throw upcoming.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier. That's where he really did a good job the other night against Baldwin in the second half, so they need some more of that from him tonight.
Now you got 2 fouls on Maston, 2 on Weber Rankin on the Franklin Regional side. They'll bring Sean Cartwright off their bench. First time we've seen Cartwright tonight taking the spot of Weber Rankin. Now with a couple of these starters out on the Franklin Regional side, maybe an opportunity here for Uniontown to make a run. Fitzgerald at the foul line, drains the free throw. That was the first free throw attempt of the night for Uniontown. As the Red Raiders now back to within 4, 24-20 with 5:13 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and good to see Peyton getting off to a good start here in the second quarter.
Masiello holding here on the near wing, resetting back up top. Walter far side against Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell trying to come free off the screen. Got a little behind the back pass intended there for Cartwright. Deflected out of bounds by Uniontown. We'll stay with the Panthers here in the Uniontown zone.
Brian, I tell you right now, I hope what we're seeing right now continues. Peyton Fitzgerald's energy level has come up significantly since the second quarter started. They're going to need him to be so active the rest of tonight.
Sheffy close to a steal there. Walter was trapped, able to get out of it, put it off the glass and in. Credit Logan Walter. That wasn't easy there, Shea, trying to tiptoe the baseline, but got the 2 to go as the Panthers go up 6 at 26-20.
Yeah, I think that's why he's their leading scorer. You can see it. He's a fighter. He battles, makes tough shots, and he's physical.
Here's Dugan up top, leaning in. Couldn't get that one to go, and that one should be off of Mitchell and out. It is. It'll stay with Uniontown.
And I tell you, you're seeing a really good battle between Walter and Dugan right now. I mean, those two are kind of going at it each other. You kind of can see them chirping at each other every time there's a dead ball, whatever. So it's going to be an exciting game here.
Fitzgerald to work it in here for Uniontown up top to Sheffy. Sheffy bouncing it back into Payton. Trying to reposition out in front, put it off the glass. Shot attempt no good. And off the deflection, Walter going the other way here for Franklin Regional. On the wing to Masiello, his third attempt of the night from outside the arc, and another miss. He's 0 for 3 from three-point land, and Uniontown another rebound.
Yeah, see, the other thing I'd like to see, too, as this game goes, like right there in that defensive rebound sequence, either Sheffy or Fitzgerald sprinting to the rim.
We're going to have a call here against Uniontown, it looks like.
I think he's given a warning to Coach Kesmarski, maybe.
They stopped the play for that, though.
They didn't announce it, though. Normally they would.
And now they're going to throw it in the backcourt. Dugan wasn't expecting the pass. He goes back and tries to regain, but it's odd in that situation. And now Dugan, a late little push here.
Coach Kesmarski needs to probably get Cam Dugan off the floor for a couple minutes here. Just real brief. Just kind of cool Cam down for a second.
They got Walter on the foul. But it's still odd, though, Shay, that they would stop the play on the last sequence just for a warning.
Yeah.
Because usually they can just give that when the sequence ends.
Yeah, especially like without announcing. It just didn't seem like a warning anymore is an official kind of thing. So
yeah, I agree.
It seemed like it wasn't very official.
Dugan switching here with Ellsworth in the lane. Floater no good. Baker, good hustle, getting the rebound, putting it back up. Deflected loose, and Masiello finds it there for Franklin Regional. Panthers the basketball in a 6-point lead. Bounce forward there to Cartwright in traffic. Floats it up, shot attempt no good. Sheffy the rebound there for Uniontown.
I think the more chaotic the game is going up and down pace-wise is a benefit to Uniontown. They need to do a good job, but I think they need to keep attacking the rim right here. Franklin Regional's in a little bit of foul trouble with certain guys. I'd keep trying to take advantage of that.
Here's Nolan Baker, step back three from the near wing, out the front of the rim, no good. Sheffy looking for the rebound, deflected it back, but Cartwright with the save there for Franklin Regional. Forward there to Mitchell, shovels it off in front of the Uniontown bench to Logan Walter, and now the Panthers will take a timeout. With 3:06 left before halftime, 26-20 Franklin Regional. We're back at 60 here on the CR Prado Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Brian Rozak, Shea Fleeter back here, Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville. Franklin Regional a 26-20 lead over Uniontown. 3:06 left here in the second quarter, and Shea, this game's been getting chippy as of late.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of times I think like that's got to come back to the officials. I mean, at some point, if they're talking to each other, you just got to stop it and start. It'd be one quick warning. Listen, say another word, technical foul. So, it just got to be careful here, both teams.
Masiello on the far wing, pulling it back to Logan Walter. Walter in the paint, trying to readjust, scoops it up, shot won't drop. Offensive rebound brought down there by Cartwright. Kept alive to Masiello, back between the circles again to Mitchell. Set the screen up top from Holt as Mitchell goes to work. Little pivot there left of the lane, fronted by Dugan, readjusting, gets the two to go. Anthony Mitchell, his first two of the game for Franklin Regional, increased the Panthers' lead to 8 over Uniontown at 28-20. 2:30 left here in the second quarter.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm an Anthony Mitchell fan. He's the guy out there that doesn't look like he's the best basketball player. But man, does he play hard.
Dugan for three.
Huge three.
Big shot there for Uniontown and Dugan. Second made three of the game for Dugan. He has 8, and the Red Raiders back to within 5 at 28-23.
And once again, you're one Isaac Ellsworth burst away from being back tied or with the lead here. So other guys doing a good job of holding it down for the Red Raiders right now.
Walter back far side out in front. Holt handing off Cartwright. A lot of contact, missed on the shot attempt, got his own rebound. Resets again to Walter. He'll load up for the three and hit it. Logan Walter, his second made three of the quarter, has 8 here in the second, 9 for the game. And Franklin Regional now up 8 over Uniontown at 31-23 with 1:42 left before halftime. See if Ellsworth can answer here from the outside. His 3 ball off the mark. Fitzgerald, big rebound for Uniontown to keep it alive.
Yeah, Peyton, just jumps over everybody. Kid jumps off the floor really well. Oh, man.
Dugan for three. Ellsworth got knocked down. Nothing called. Shot attempt no good. Cartwright, another rebound there for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, somebody just ran right through Isaac's screen there, and no call. Well, those are the plays where you got to get the game under control here.
There'll be some black and blues, I think, before the night is done. As physical as this game has been so far, Panthers the basketball in an 8-point lead. Masiello tried to go into the corner. Great steal there from Chase White. Has given the Red Raiders good minutes off the bench all season. Drives back there, but couldn't get the two to go. And here's Walter in transition going the other way. Stops, pops, and connects from the outside. 3 made threes here in the quarter for Logan Walter. He now has 12 for the game, and it's a 34-23 lead for Franklin Regional over Uniontown. Red Raiders down 11. Playoff hopes on the line as we approach halftime.
Yeah, what's tough there is you had a layup where you should have scored 2 points, and then you end up giving a 3 up on the other end. So not a real good sequence right there for Uniontown.
Dugan almost turned it over. White trying to keep it alive. Ball comes free. And the ruling is here off of
Masiello.
Masiello going out, yeah. Now scream by some of the fans there standing up, Jay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thing is, crowd's into the game a little bit too here. I mean, it's a good environment. And, hey, what else could you ask for? A lot of times you get to these end of the season games and there's not really anything to play for. This is a great one.
Sheffy from the foul line, missed wide left. Numbers coming back. Masiello forward, Walter. Little juggle, regains right of the lane with 17 seconds left in the quarter. Back to Mitchell here on the near wing, and now Walter again with Cartwright setting the screen. Fans wanted him to shoot. He's going to stay with it. Now a fire along two from the near wing. Came up short. Baker the rebound for Uniontown. Pressed there by Mitchell showing good hustle. Deflected out of play. Will stay with Uniontown.
I tell you, I remember seeing him earlier in the year against Laurel Highlands. I think he had 6 or 7 offensive rebounds. He's not the tallest guy. He's not the fastest guy. But I'm telling you what, man, he will kind of have stats in every column by the end of the game.
Baker sending in to Fitzgerald. Back to Baker coming near wing and in. Got blocked there by Holt. Fitzgerald at the buzzer, no good. Don't think it would have counted even if it would have dropped. So Franklin Regional, a nice surge to end the second quarter. They lead Uniontown by 11 at 34-23. Stay tuned for a halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. It comes your way next here on WNBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724 724-437-7677.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school teams a successful and healthy.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do. 95. That's 7.
An accident and don't know where to turn or what to do? Here at Radcliffe Martin Law, we can help you navigate your issues and resolve your claim. Unlike firms nowadays that advertise aggressively for your case and aren't even located in the state, we're right in your backyard. We have the knowledge to quickly and efficiently handle your claim. Don't waste time on an out-of-state attorney who will dilly-dally and then tell you to get a local attorney. Give us a call right now and see how we can help you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Brian Morozak, Jay Fleener back here at Franklin Regional High School halftime. The Panthers a 34-23 lead over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Shay's your halftime stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
All right, so for the Franklin Regional Panthers, Anthony Mitchell finished the first half with a field goal in the second quarter for 2 points. Number 3, Weber Rankin, hit a 3-point field goal and a 2-point field goal all in the first quarter. Finished with 5 points. Colin Holt, 1 2-pointer, 1 3-pointer, 5 points. Alec Maston, 3 2-point field goals, a 3-point field goal, 1 for 1 from the line, all in the first quarter, 10 points in the first half. And then Logan Walter picked up the slack in the second quarter. He finishes the second quarter with 3 3-point field goals, a 2-point field goal. He went 1 for 2 from the foul line in the first quarter, finished the half with 12 points. Franklin Regional scored 18 in the first quarter, 16 in the second quarter for a total of 34. And they've also hit 6 3-pointers by 4 different players, and they've gone 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Over the Uniontown Red Raiders, Donovan Coffey came off the bench and hit a 2-point field goal for 2 points. Isaac Ellsworth hit a 3-pointer in the first quarter, has 3 points. Peyton Fitzgerald, 2 2-point field goals, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, all in the second quarter for 5 points. And Cam Dugan, 2 3-pointers and a 2-pointer for 8 points. They score 13 in the first, 10 in the second. They go 1 for 1 from the free throw line. They hit 4 3-pointers in the first half. Once again, so Uniontown 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Franklin Regional 2 for 3. Awful physical game to only have 4 free throw attempts so far, Brian. And also, I think Uniontown has to look back at the end of the first quarter with the three-pointer that's hit. And then the sequence Franklin Regional had probably in the last minute and a half of the second quarter. You're down 11. Those end of the quarter situations are killing them right now, and probably a big reason they're down 11.
On our Mauser's Tires scoreboard, how about this score? Gateway and McKeesport 8-8. That's right, 8-8 at halftime. Laurel Highlands a 20-18 lead over Penn Trafford at the break. Greater Latrobe, late start, just getting underway right now with Albert Gallatin. We'll keep you posted throughout the course of the rest of the evening here at halftime. Franklin Regional 34, Uniontown 23. Second half comes your way next in 3 minutes here on WBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network and YouTube Live.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting.
Come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. To schedule your next appointment, pick up and delivery with White Glove Service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats in town.
compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense. They deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Brian Morozak, Shea Fleener back here at Franklin Regional High School. Started the sting and missing there, Alex Maston. And here's Nolan Baker going the other way for Uniontown, driving back. He got blocked there by Holt.
Yeah, I think we have block on each end. I think actually Fitzgerald got a hand on Matson's earlier. Here comes Matson.
Maston for 3, missing there for Franklin Regional, and Baker the rebound for Uniontown. So 30 seconds into the third quarter, Franklin Regional 34, Uniontown 23.
Well, Uniontown's just going to have to battle. I mean, this is one possession game at a time. I mean, you know, they don't.
Out in front, a quick foul called there on the lean in from Alex Maston.
Now that's the one where that's what I was wondering.
Lost the radio feed. We're still here on the video side with Alex Maston headed to the free throw line here for Franklin Regional.
And, you know, I was kind of surprised at that. I mean, for some of the things they've let go, and that's a foul you call, it was kind of tough. Maston with the miss on the first attempt.
We'll reconnect with the folks on the radio side as well. Haven't had a point scored yet here in the third quarter. Second of 2 free throws, another miss for Maston.
Tyler Gasick has
and Uniontown with the rebound as it'll be Cam Dugan working out of his own zone.
Tyler's from the Uniontown area, and
Uniontown. I mean, I think they need to start trying to screen for Isaac Ellsworth a little bit. Try to free him up some, maybe force some switches.
Down low, Fitzgerald laying it up and in. So the first 2 points of the third quarter go to Uniontown and Peyton Fitzgerald, who has now scored 7. Red Raiders back to within 9 at 34-25.
The thing I like, too, with Peyton a lot of times, I wish they would look to throw that ball at the rim a little more because he goes over top of everybody. I mean, there's not many guys that can jump with him. So, you know, when you start that drive, have him cut to the basket and just start throwing it up.
Weber Rankin now left of the lane here for Franklin Regional underneath. Missed on the shot attempt, but cleaned up by Alex Maston. Again, making an impact, battled foul trouble in the first half, but gets a quick 2 there for with 6:02 left here in the third quarter.
That was some of the stuff that got. Shot goes up, everybody stands and watches.
Ellsworth leaning and missing, ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be Franklin Regional basketball. 5:49 left here in the third. Panthers still lead by 11 at 36-25.
I'll be anxious to see, too. I mean, at some point, I think, you know, Maston, you're going to have to start maybe putting a little more eyes on him because here he goes again. They just made a bad pass, or he was going to have.
And Dugan will pick it up here for Uniontown, working left to right.
It's kind of what I was saying earlier about there. I mean, once again, I was going to say, I'm shocked they called it. I mean, that's the ones they've been letting go. I was just about to say there's certain plays they're letting it go. And not sure what they're really calling here, but we have a foul on number 11, Logan Walter, his second.
The Red Raiders will trigger it in here with Nolan Baker. Bouncing into Fitzgerald left of the lane and repositioning out in front, but couldn't get that 2 to go. Baker offensive rebound, scores on the putback and draws the foul in the process. And Nolan Baker now with 7, can make it 8 here at the free throw line. Uniontown trying to creep back. They're down 9 now at 36-27. 5:19 left here in the third.
And kind of the crazy thing there, I thought Peyton Fitzgerald had more contact on him on his missed shot attempt than Baker did on his made attempt. So, but it worked out for the Raiders because now you get a 3-point play opportunity instead of the 2 foul shots Fitzgerald would have had.
And Nolan Baker for the season, 53% from the free throw line, came into the game 40 of 76. Free throw here to cap off the 3-point play, no good. And Maston with the rebound there for Franklin Regional. They'll bounce it forward a little bit too hard there for Oliver 11 to bring it in. It'll be out of bounds and back over to Uniontown.
Well, Uniontown jumped into a 3-quarter court press there real quick on that missed shot, which was
Ellsworth back across. Fitzgerald setting the screen just inside of midcourt. Ellsworth drains the 3. You talk about rain, Shea.
Oh my God, he's 2 feet behind the volleyball line. He literally was on the jump ball circle almost. So, and that's why we said, like, those plays right there, he hits another one of those, and you got a 3-point game. So get back in it quick here.
Uniontown back to within 6 at 36-30. Just 6 points for Ellsworth tonight on 2 made threes. Here's Maston from the elbow, pulling it back there to Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell back outside the arc over to Walter. Contact down low.
Yeah.
And a foul called here in Franklin Regional.
Yeah, they got that one right. They were trying to sell that. Holt was trying to sell that like Ellsworth pulled him down, but he didn't. He just kept pushing into Isaac, and Uniontown gets rewarded.
So you have Maston, Rankin, Holt, and Walter all with 2 fouls apiece now for Franklin Regional. And here's Ellsworth from the same spot. Came up short that time. Thought that one was going to go, too, for a while there, Shea.
Yeah, and, he can really shoot that. But at the same time, you hate for him to have to shoot that deep every time, and he's initiating the offense and everything right now. But
Holt a missed 3 on the other side. There's Baker for Uniontown winding up, and he's going to get that one to go. Dugan knocking that pass down at midcourt. Keeps it alive for Uniontown. Down to Fitzgerald. Got 2 deep. Repositions. Missed on the putback. They're going to get a third look on the possession. Back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth repositions 3. Far wing. Good! So 3 made threes for Isaac Ellsworth. He's hitting some deep ones. But Uniontown just like that back to within 3 at 36-33. 3:51 left here in the third. We're going to reconnect here on the radio side and take a timeout here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Outside and take a timeout here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night. Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Sova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
Foul was called on Uniontown's Nolan Baker as we come back, and on the other side, coming free, little floater, baseline far side, good for Logan Walter. Walter now with 14. Franklin Regional back up 5 at 38-33. But Uniontown's played a pretty good quarter here so far in the third, Chet.
Yeah, absolutely. And this little pressure they're starting to give Franklin Regional. Franklin Regional doesn't look super comfortable with it.
Ellsworth a miss there, but Fitzgerald able to clean it up. It's 9 for Peyton Fitzgerald. Uniontown's made this a one-possession game again. Down 38-33 with 3:03 left here in the third. 11 trying to come baseline. Ellsworth trying to swat it off of him. They're going to rule this Franklin Regional basketball here in the Uniontown zone.
Yeah, you got the bucket right there. They didn't jump into their pressure like they had the previous couple possessions. Like I said, I would kind of like to see them stay in it. Franklin Regional doesn't, I don't know, they just don't look comfortable against it right now. So I think that's something you can maybe exploit for a little bit anyway.
Walter pulling it up top there to Weber Rankin. Back out to Walter for 3. Missed there off the side of the rim, and Ellsworth the rebound. So Uniontown fighting back. Outlet pass forward. Nolan Baker driving, and it's a one-point game as Baker connects there. Baker 4 here in the third, 9 for the game. The Franklin Regional lead now down to 1 at 38-37.
I like that better too. Last time he had that situation, he wanted to stand at the three-point line, but not that time.
But Walter tough. Another 2 coming back for Franklin Regional. He has 16. 40-38 Panthers. 40-37 Panthers.
I'm sorry. Walter's a heck of a player. You can just see it. You talk about a kid. Like I said, him and Dugan, they're just really playing hard against each other. Really nice player for Franklin Regional.
Dugan here on the near wing, staring down Weber Rankin. Dugan staying with it, almost fell down, able to keep it back to Sheffy on the switch to Ellsworth. Tight defense now from Rankin on Ellsworth. Ellsworth looking for positioning, and they're going to call the foul on Rankin. And boy, the Franklin Regional fans don't like that call at all.
No, and I think that's going to be Rankin's 4th.
Yeah, you're right, Shad. Missed one along the way. It's a big foul.
Yeah.
They're on Weber Rankin.
Yeah, listen, he doesn't have a ton of points, but he does a lot for them out there. He's good defensively. He handles the basketball for them at times when Walter's off the ball. They'll miss him a little bit right now for this stretch.
Ellsworth to trigger it in. Uniontown doing a great job to get back into this game, but Fitzgerald turns it over. Right to Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell some open room here on the near side. Now pulls back out on the near wing for Franklin Regional. Up top again to Logan Walter. Sends it off to his right to Oliver Levin. Now out of the corner. Panthers reset there from Holtz. Up top again to Mitchell. Pulled back there to Maston, who had a hot start early. Misses there on a jumper. Holt, though, gets the rebound. Back to Walter here left of the lane. Long to an air ball. Goes right to Anthony Sheffy.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now you got to make sure you know where Logan Walter is at all times. He can't get anything easy the rest of the game if you're going to have a chance to win.
Red Raiders, though, with the momentum right now. They're still down 3, but have clawed back into this game after trailing by 11 at halftime.
Logan Walter completely holding Isaac Ellsworth as he's trying to cut across the lane.
Dugan coming back, handing off. Sheffy got blocked from behind by 11. Dugan still trying to keep it alive. Threw it up. Shot attempt no good. 11. Another rebound for Franklin Regional. And Coach K is hot.
I think he has a right to be Sheffy.
And Walter, hard contact there with Ellsworth. And we're going to have a charge called here on Walter.
That's the right call. That's an easy charge call. Isaac Ellsworth took a heck of a shot. He's been over to his knees trying to catch his breath right now.
That's 3 on Walter.
Yeah, I mean, here's the bottom line, too. The Franklin Regional fans are upset right now, but they definitely missed 2 fouls on the other end on the last time, so I don't know.
Dugan switching back with Ellsworth, pivots back to his right, looking for operating room. You can tell Ellsworth, boys, he's been battling tough tonight for Uniontown. Got a lean in there, pulls back to Dugan. Uniontown looking for operating room. They're all over Ellsworth outside of the arc.
Well, here's the thing. You're a one-possession game. You take the last shot. Take whatever you get here. Don't rush into something and take a bad one.
Sheffy over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald jumper right of the lane, trying to bank that one home. No good. Masiello, the rebound there for Franklin Regional. Masiello coming forward, resetting here to Mitchell between the circles. Fronted there by Ellsworth. Mitchell looking for operating room. Now high on the right. Pulls it back. 13 seconds left on the third quarter clock. Mitchell down the far boundary. Back to Masiello. 9 seconds left. Will mini weave up top over to Maston. Back to Masiello for 3. And he finally hits one from the outside. A big 3 from Daniel Masiello to end the third quarter to put Franklin Regional up 6, 2-possession game as we head to the fourth. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowellsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Morozak, Shea Fleener back here at Franklin Regional High School. Billy Dice behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studio. Shea, heading to our final quarter of the high school basketball regular season here on WMBS.
Absolutely. And Brian, once again, the end of the quarter dooms Uniontown. You know, you're down 3. You take a shot that's not maybe the best shot you could get, and then you give up another 3 at the buzzer. So that's get 2 threes right at the end of the buzzer, plus at the end of the second quarter, you gave a minute-and-a-half stretch to Franklin Regional. Really, probably the difference in the game are those end-of-the-quarter situations right now. Uniontown
playing for their season right now, and Dugan drives and scores. 10 for Cam Dugan. Red Raiders back to within 4 at 43-39. 7:40 left here in the fourth quarter.
You do have great balance right now with Uniontown. I mean, Fitzgerald has 9, Ellsworth has 9, Baker has 9, and Dugan has 10.
And Baker commits a foul there on Anthony Mitchell. His third personal foul. First of the quarter on Uniontown. And Alex Maston will trigger it in. Into the backcourt to Anthony Mitchell. Met there by Baker. Spins forward, bounces it here on the elbow to Colin Holtz. Swings it back down to Maston. Will turn and shoot out in front, could not connect. And Fitzgerald, the rebound there for Uniontown.
And they have to make sure they don't give up any second chance points this quarter if they're going to have a chance.
Red Raiders had numbers. Baker, a little juggle, regains, comes inside and gets the 2 to go. So 4 unanswered to start this fourth quarter for Uniontown. Red Raiders back to within 2 at 43-41. And up top, Maston looking for the 3, and he hits it. Big 3 there for Franklin Regionals. Alex Maston. Maston now with 15. 46-41, Franklin Regional, 6:56 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, somebody had a missed assignment there. Maston standing right at the top of the key with nobody around him, knocks the shot down, so Uniontown's got to figure out who's got him.
Ellsworth kicking in the corner there to Baker, and Baker halfway down. That one came out, ball comes loose, picked up there by Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell, some fancy moves, kick out Walter in the corner for 3. On the side of the rim, no good. Dugan the rebound there for Uniontown. Coming back, Cam Dugan trying to push his way forward, scoops up with the left hand, no good. Sheffy, though, scores on the putback. First 2 of the game for Anthony Sheffy. Red Raiders now back to within 3 again at 46-43 with 6:19 left here in the fourth.
And that's great hustle by Anthony Sheffy to get down there and clean up Cam Dugan's miss. Those are important plays.
Masiello back up top again to Logan Walter on the near wing to Anthony Mitchell. Watch there by Baker, and from the foul line, jumper on the way. No good there for a Mitchell. They'll roll it out of bounds over to Uniontown, so the Red Raiders will get it back down 3 with 6:03 left in regulation.
They've got to tell Anthony Sheffy and Peyton Fitzgerald every time Franklin Regional shoots the ball that they've got to get to the rim and rebound the basketball. Quit standing out on the perimeter watching it.
Cam Dugan will bring it across here for Uniontown. 5:55 left in regulation. Red Raiders down 3. Dugan up top. Ellsworth setting the screen. Backs off here high on the right, fronted by Anthony Mitchell. Red Raiders in no hurry on this possession. Now Dugan says it's go time. Jumper from the foul line. No good from Dugan. Rebound goes to Anthony Mitchell for Franklin Regional.
A lot of hands. They're preventing him from getting to where he wants to get to. I mean, the 2-hand rule, that's an easy one. Those officials can't prevent it or can't let those kids do that. You can't get to where you want to get to.
Mitchell off to his right, swings back to his left there to Maston. Pulls down there to Logan Walter. Walter switches with Maston. Jumper just inside the foul line, short. Sheffy the rebound in traffic for Uniontown. He's going to get fouled there as Holt came on the inside and tried to rip the ball away.
Yeah, they're going to have to continue. Here's the one thing about it. They're going to have to do a really good job of being strong with the basketball when they get these rebounds, because they do crowd them and try to get steals off of that. And it looked like they actually gave that foul to Masiello, too.
I was surprised. Must have got him there from behind a little bit, just his first.
I was with you. I thought it was Holt.
Here's Ellsworth backing his way down here on Mitchell. Ellsworth right in the lane, fighting inside, floats it up and in. Big shot there, Isaac Ellsworth. He has 11, and Uniontown back to within 1. Down 46-45 with 5 minutes now left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Uniontown showing a lot of fight, but a little backdoor cut, scoop shot, score at Maston. Pretty there on the Franklin Regional side. They lead by 3.
Yeah, Anthony Sheffy just fell asleep for a second. He made a pass and just cut backdoor right behind Anthony. He didn't see him go.
And Ellsworth has it taken away there by Mitchell. Ellsworth will be called for the foul.
And there's our guy Mitchell I was talking about earlier. I tell you, he just makes plays happen. Like I said, at the end of the game, he's definitely not going to be your leading scorer. That's not what his game is, but he definitely impacts a game without having huge scoring numbers.
That's now 3 on Ellsworth. Chase White will check in on the Red Raiders side. Franklin Regional sends it in the backcourt again there to Mitchell. Mitchell showed a lot of hustle tonight for Franklin Regional. He's watched by White. Bounces off here on the elbow, posting up Maston. Sends it out near side. Weber Rankin short on that 3. And White the rebound there for Uniontown. Again, still a one-possession game. 48-45 Franklin Regional.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You don't have to shoot threes here. You just need to take the easy ones. Great hustle. Oh, Chase White almost saved that.
He had a pass fired down, intended for Fitzgerald. He lost the handle. White went for the save, couldn't bring it in. And Franklin Regional get the basketball back, leading by 3.
Well, here's the thing now. When you have a play like this, now you got to get a stop. You got to, if you gave one up, you got to get another stop.
Mitchell out of his own zone, fronted there by Dugan. Switch back here with Weber Rankin. And Rankin's going to get it back here on the far wing, out to Logan Walter. Walter ball fake, comes far baseline, picked up there by White, and ran into his own man, Levin. Jesse Reed wants a timeout. with 3:53 left here in the fourth. So Franklin Regional 48, Uniontown 45, 3:53 left here in regulation. And Shay, do you have any scores for us here on our Mauser's Tire scoreboard? I'm not sure if you had them up. Sorry to put you there on the spot.
No, I have two. At the end of the third quarter, 18-17 Gateway. We got a good basketball game going on.
You talk about an old cage match there, Shay.
Right, absolutely. And then over in Latrobe right now, we have Latrobe up 44-27 over Albert Gallatin.
So things looking good for the Wildcats, a win in their end. We'll take a look at Laurel Highlands as well. Mustangs led by 1 at halftime. We'll try to check that feed as well. Of course, that's on our WMBS Facebook page as well tonight. You can watch the Mustangs and the Penn Trafford Warriors, and Laurel Highlands up 7.
Nice.
At 36-29. That game just started the fourth quarter, and good to see the Mustangs playing well. The Warriors just hit a 3 to cut it to 36-32. But Laurel Highlands trying to play their way into the playoffs. 6:44 left in the fourth quarter over the Mustang Corral. Here it's 48-45 Franklin Regional. 3:53 left here in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be a big 4 minutes here for Uniontown. Season kind of on the line here, the way it's looking on the scoreboard.
Anthony Mitchell switch up top there with Weber Rankin. Now a hard pass coming free. Maston lays it up and in. Alex Maston, 7 here in the fourth. Now 19 for the game. He's really bookend 2 good quarters here in the first and the fourth, Shay.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, I mean, it's Uniontown losing Franklin Regional players off of the ball and not realizing where they're at and where they're cutting and giving up wide open layups here.
The Panthers' lead is at 5 at 50-45. 3:22 left here in the fourth quarter. Sheffy on the near elbow. Now switches here with Dugan, picked up by Maston.
I looked over at the scores table. Nolan Baker's about to come in. They need him right now. He's a guy that needs to be on the floor.
Ellsworth looking for room. Maston all over him. Ellsworth works to his right. A little ball fake. Kicked over to White. Switches back with Sheffy as we only under 3 minutes left. White with it again here on the near side. Back to Cam Dugan. Look for a little movement here on the offensive side. Dugan's going to take the deep 3. Came up short. Backside rebound pulled down by Weber Rankin of Franklin Regional.
I think Coach Kesmarski should have called a timeout.
And Rankin takes it right to the rack up, and then no one picked him up, Shay.
No, terrible defense. That's twice also that now they've not had a guy guarded at all. Probably needs a timeout right now. Get Nolan Baker back in the game. Get settled down. They got to make one last run here.
And 2:34 to play. Franklin Regional 52, Uniontown 45. This will be a full timeout for the folks on the radio side. We'll step aside for a 60 right now on the C. Operato Group High School Sports Night. We're going to keep it here for the folks on the video side, Shay, and 52-45 Franklin Regional. You look at Alex Maston, 7 here in the fourth, 19 for the game. Logan Walter, 16 points on the Franklin Regional side, has yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Uniontown pretty balanced scoring. Nobody's really stepped up to dominate. Baker and Ellsworth 11 apiece.
No, and they've kind of kept switching. Quite a few guys on Isaac Ellsworth, mainly Anthony Mitchell and Logan Walter. They've been physical with him. They're chasing him all over the place. He's going to be tired. He's going to be sore tomorrow probably. But Uniontown's got to do a better job defensively no matter what here the last 2.5 minutes. And they're going to have to find the guy who's not going to make foul shots too, probably. Down 7, you're going to have to start extending the game here. The one thing about it for them, Alec Maston 0 for 2 from the line for the game. 1 for 3. In the game from the free throw line, so he has missed a couple. You're going to have to start trying guys and see if somebody will miss because, like I said, you're going to have to probably extend the time here with number of possessions.
Welcome the folks back in on the radio side. It's Uniontown with the basketball, working left to right as we describe it. 2:26 to play. Cam Dugan driving and scoring there for Uniontown. Boy, the Red Raiders needed that, Shay. 12 for Dugan. Uniontown back to within 5 at 52-47. 2:18 to play.
Yeah, I think that's what he needed to do more of throughout the entire game. I think that's when Cam really is at his best. He really gets to good spots when he really makes an intentional drive to the basket.
And Franklin Regional, a little turnover there. Miscommunication between Walter and 11. Goes out of bounds and back over to Uniontown. 2:05 to play. Maybe an opportunity here for Uniontown to make a late run.
And here's the thing, coming on this next possession, once again, you don't need 3 because if you score a 2-point field goal, you're only down 3. You turn it into a 1-possession game. You do not have to have a 3 right here. You need the best available shot.
It'll be Ellsworth bringing it across here for Uniontown as we go under 2 minutes. Over to Dugan, fronted there by Weber Rankin. Dugan holds, works to his left, trying to create here for Uniontown. Dugan now on the inside. Kick out. Baker, you called it earlier. Shea looking for the three ball there. Not that time, but Sheffy, good hustle. Trying to track it down. Saved edge of the zone there from Ellsworth. He's going to fire for three. It rattles out. Tough luck there for Isaac Ellsworth. Rankin Regional the rebound that time.
Yeah, Anthony Sheffy got pushed a little, kind of got off balance. Ball got loose, and then the whole kind of possession unraveled a little bit.
Rankin Regional firing a pass down there to Maston. Not sure why they tried that.
Yeah, I don't
Leading by 5, 1:24 to play. No reason to rush it. Uniontown come and foul you, and the Red Raiders have fouls to give.
Yeah, and I just don't understand. Make them foul you.
Now Ellsworth up top, watched there by Anthony Mitchell again. Ellsworth trying to create, pulls back to Baker. Baker right of the lane, a hop step, floater came up short. Franklin Regional another rebound there for Maston. If I'm Coach Reed, I'm telling my guys don't shoot, let them foul.
Yeah, at this point you got to foul.
Now Dugan called for a blocking foul there on Walter, but it's only Uniontown's 13th foul of the quarter, so they still have another foul to give before Franklin Regional will shoot.
Yeah, Dugan's upset, but I wouldn't be upset. My thing is right now you got to get redirected here, get super aggressive on denying the inbound. That's too easy. I don't understand what they're doing here.
Now you got a minute left, and you're down 5, and Franklin Regional has the basketball, and Uniontown's just staring right now at Anthony Mitchell, and finally Fitzgerald fouls.
And I'm going to tell you right now, they gave about 3 possessions up. They let like 11 or 12 seconds go off the clock right there. You've got to do something quickly. Right now, you should be denying all this. My thing is get called for the foul on the inbound, before they even throw it in.
Out of the backcourt here is Logan Walter. Walter comes forward. He's just going to dance around, and he'll get fouled. And now, finally, Franklin Regional will go to the foul line with 41 seconds left in regulation, up 5 over Uniontown at 52-47.
I'm going to be real honest. At this point in the game, too, you got to be careful that you don't get called for an intentional foul. Making a play that's not a basketball play, and that last one was getting a little close to it. There's a little frustration creeping in.
Walter, first of 2 free throws, good, extends the lead to 6, but still a 2-possession game with 41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
First point for Logan Walter here in the fourth quarter, too, after having a pretty big game so far.
Walter now a second of 2 up on the way, and good again. That's a big free throw, makes it a 3-possession game. Only 41 seconds left in regulation.
Yeah, they're kind of like half walk. You got to attack right now. You don't have time to run clock.
You're down to 33 seconds left. Dugan over to Sheffy. Sheffy trying to come near baseline. Uniontown taking way too much time. Hands off Fitzgerald, trying to throw down a dunk and missed the dunk and got fouled from behind.
Yeah, listen, any other time I'd be all about that play. But in this situation, you should be trying to get the 3-point play right there. So, tough one.
And you look at the results so far tonight. Obviously, McKeesport and Gateway in a tight game. If McKeesport wins there, that's going to really hurt Uniontown's playing chance, especially if Latrobe wins tonight.
Absolutely, and Latrobe's well on their way. When you start looking at that score being 44-27.
And even Latrobe and Laurel Highlands win, that would also knock Uniontown out. The Mustangs were up at last check. Fitzgerald here does drain the first of 2 free throws. For the folks on the radio side, when this game wraps up, we'll switch you out to the end of that Laurel Highlands game against Penn Trafford as the Mustangs try to knock down a playoff spot. Fitzgerald intentionally missed the second free throw. Tried to get the putback, got his own rebound, missed on the first shot attempt, and missed on the second as well. Ball still loose, controlled there by Colin Holt. 16 seconds left. Uniontown down 6. They need to foul. Holt back through center, and finally a foul called here on Uniontown. But the Red Raiders about done here, Shea. They're down 6 with 11 seconds left.
Yeah, and we got a couple guys not. I don't know if they're worrying about the other things right now, but you got Franklin Regional players running up and down the court, and Uniontown players not even really paying attention. So, tough ending here.
It's a big bounce back as well for Franklin Regional after a tough stretch of games to gain a little momentum going into the playoffs. Remember, they had already clinched a playoff spot coming into tonight.
Yeah, and Coach Reed talking about wanting to get kind of corrected here, and they played hard, man. A couple things I would question down the stretch a little bit, but much better tonight than they have been. I'm sure Coach Reed's happy about this.
Second of 2 free throws, good from Holt after he missed the first. So Holt with 6. Uniontown's Dugan bringing it across. Red Raiders down 7. Dugan a 3 from the near side, no good, and that'll do it. Uniontown's going to need big-time help here late to continue their season. They fall to Franklin Regional 55-48 here tonight. If you folks look out here, guys, look out. And you have Uniontown's players. Remember, this program's still on probation here, Shay.
Yep.
Coming over, and you had a couple of Uniontown players talking a little smack here with the Franklin Regional fans. And that's not the way Uniontown wants to end their season, win or lose. You can't be doing that.
No, and, right now you have some people trying to control it. You could kind of see this happening, though, if you were paying attention to the game. You had students and the fans chirping at players, players chirping back, so you could kind of see it happening. But hopefully that's...
Learn from DK Metcalf. Don't go after fans.
It's,
You definitely don't want to see that. So
no.
Looks like everybody going off in an orderly fashion now, which is good to see. Franklin Regional, a 55-48 win over Uniontown. So for folks on the radio side, we're going to get you out to the end of the Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game. We'll come back and recap this one on the radio as well. We'll also have a recap on the video side in just a moment. 55-48 your final, Franklin Regional over Uniontown. Back here live at Franklin Regional High School, where the Uniontown Red Raiders have fallen to the Franklin Regional Panthers by a score of 55-48. Laurel Highlands right now up 48-45 over Penn Trafford. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. At last check, Greater Latrobe up big over Albert Gallatin. And the McKeesport Gateway game coming right down to the wire. Believe it or not, it's 23-22 McKeesport with 1:28 left in the fourth. You talk about a low-scoring game there, Shay. Greater Latrobe, Albert Gallatin's gotten a little bit closer. It's 33-20, Greater Latrobe over Albert Gallatin. That game's still in the first half, so a long way to go in that contest as well. And you have our final stats tonight, brought to you by First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
All right, so for the Franklin Regional Panthers, going to 13-8 on the season and 9-5 in the section is how they finish. For tonight, number 15, Anthony Mitchell, hits 1 2-point field goal and finishes with 2 points. Daniel Masiello hits a 3, finishes with 3 points. Colin Holtz, 1 2-point field goal, 1 3-point field goal, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, finishes with 6 points. Weber Rankin, 2 2-point field goals and a 3-point field goal, finishes with 7. Logan Walter finishes with 3 3-point field goals, 3 2-point field goals and goes 2 for 3 from the line and finishes with 18. And then Alec Maston had a great first quarter and fourth quarters. Finishes the night with 5 2-point field goals, 2 3-point field goals, and goes 1 for 3 from the free throw line and finishes with 19. Franklin Regional scored 18 in the first, 16 in the second, 9 in the third, and 12 in the fourth. Finishes with 55 points. They go 6 for 9 from the 3-point line or from the free throw line in the game. And they did hit 8 3-pointers.
And Shay, we're watching some of these games come right down to the wire. Laurel Highlands now up 48-46 over Penn Trafford with 49 seconds left in that game. Billy's actually a little bit ahead of me. He has it down to 38 seconds on his feet. And on that McKeesport Gateway game right now, it's McKeesport 25, Gateway 24. That game has 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we'll keep it right here for now because Uniontown could either have their playoff hopes extended here late, Shay, type of a little post-game dramatics, or be officially eliminated within the next minute or two.
That would be insane.
Yes.
To kind of lose and think you're done right now in that locker room, but they're not. I mean, like, and they probably don't even know this, honestly, at this point. They probably just assume right now in the Uniontown locker room that their season's over.
And a lot of things can switch here because if you have, let's say, Penn Trafford wins and Gateway wins and Latrobe wins, that would still knock Uniontown out, but you'd have McKeesport go and you'd have Greater Latrobe go because Uniontown would lose that three-way tiebreaker. But they definitely need Gateway to knock off McKeesport here.
Yeah.
To keep things going. The Tigers up one, actually have the basketball here with 32 seconds left.
It's such a weird.
And you just had a player get fouled here at midcourt. The Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game, they're in a timeout with under a minute left. And I think the Mustangs have the basketball here coming out of that timeout. They do. It'll be Luke Martin to trigger it in on the Laurel Highlands side, again with 37 seconds left. Nothing like doing play-by-play on another game when you're in a different site. But this is for Uniontown's playoff hopes. So, again, we'll keep you posted here on both of these games late. Again, the Latrobe game still in the first half, but Latrobe a double-digit lead over Albert Gallatin approaching halftime. Still a lot of basketball to play. Anything can happen in that contest. We have our eyes here on Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford. 36 seconds left in that game. Mustangs up 2 and McKeesport Gateway. McKeesport the basketball up 1 over Gateway at 25-24 with 32 seconds left in that game. And McKeesport will be triggering it in here from midcourt. They had a little bit of a delay. We'll see how quickly Gateway tries to foul. And the Tigers in front of the scores table keep the ball alive here. They're down to 25 seconds left. Of course, they're not going to shoot here up a point. Trying to play a little keep away here with Gateway. They're down to 19 seconds left. Gators going for the steal, and they get it. And Gateway going down low. McKeesport picks the pass back off. They're down to 10 seconds left. McKeesport with the basketball just got fouled. Let's talk about back and forth. Gateway had an opportunity there to take the lead. And then McKeesport picking off a pass. Coming back, so it's the Tigers by 1. 10 seconds left. They're shooting free throws, but Gateway an opportunity to maybe extend it. Even if McKeesport makes a couple of free throws, Gators hit a 3 going back. And that place looks filled to capacity there at Gateway tonight. Big rivalry game there. McKeesport, just like Uniontown entered today, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Laurel Highlands still up 2 at 48-46. 26 seconds left there. They came out of a long timeout. Luke Martin about to trigger it in. McKeesport missing the first of 2 free throws back of the Gateway game. And now Luke Martin to trigger it in here for Laurel Highlands into Tyrone Burton down to 25 seconds left. And a foul called. I think Burton was the player that got fouled there for Laurel Highlands. And that's Perkins to the free throw line for McKeesport on the other game. Second of 2 free throws good, so the lead at 2 for McKeesport. 10 seconds left. Gateway going for the win. They'll trigger it in. For some reason, the camera's showing the crowd. Gateway coming back down underneath. A lot of contact. Ball loose. 4 seconds left. Still loose down to 2, down to 1. And we have a jump ball called with under a second left between McKeesport and Gateway. Let's see where the possession arrow is going to go. Laurel Highlands was at the free throw line. Burton made the first of 2, so the Mustangs lead by 3 with 24 seconds left. This is wild stuff here, Shay.
It really is. I mean, what better way to finish the season?
Calling 2 other games here,
at the same time.
The McKeesport Gateway game, they called a timeout And now Penn Trafford with the basketball, down 3. They're going to go for the 2 and get the basket. So it's 49-48 Laurel Highlands. 13 seconds left. Doug Kelly just took a timeout for Penn Trafford.
And for everyone that can't see this at home, Brian is actually holding his cell phone right now, calling the Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game, while Billy Dice is sitting right in front of him with his laptop with the Gateway McKeesport game. So Brian's calling from 2 different things. So
it's a good thing we know all these players pretty good.
Right? I mean, this just makes for a great night.
So they have under a second left in that McKeesport Gateway game. McKeesport leads by a point. There's 0.6 on the clock. They actually showed the clock, 0.6 left. And Billy, do we know who's going to get it here after the jump ball was called? Billy does not know either. And we don't have the sound up there. In the Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game in a timeout, Mustangs will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. That game actually on the WMBS Facebook page right now if you want to watch it. 49-48 Mustangs. That's McKeesport by 2 then? So it's 26-24 McKeesport. They're up 2, not 1. Apologize for that.
God, I just can't imagine a 26-24 game.
Yeah, now the Mustangs, they've inbounded across midcourt, 8 seconds left, and Luke Martin just got fouled. So Martin's going to have 2 free throws here for Laurel Highlands. And did that McKeesport Gateway game just end, Billy? They trigger it in there? Got another timeout there.
So the problem here now, Brian, is if McKeesport wins and Latrobe wins and Laurel Highlands win, Laurel Highlands is still out.
Yeah, they would be. They would lose the tiebreaker.
They're still out. So, you do all this work and, you don't get the luck you need to get in.
Martin makes the first of 2 free throws here for the Mustangs.
And that's the shame of it. They're doing everything they're supposed to do tonight except get the help they need. But we talked about this, and Coach Smith talked about it in the pregame thing, missing the foul shots against McKeesport back earlier in the season.
So Martin at the foul line, 7 seconds left in the Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game. Laurel Highlands up 2, second of 2 free throws from Martin, good. So it's a 3-point game. So Penn Trafford's going to need a 3 here to tie it up with the Mustangs. And they'll trigger it into the backcourt, send it forward, looking for a 3, down to 2, down to 1. It's about a 25-footer, no good, and the Mustangs win. So Laurel Highlands survives Penn Trafford 51-48. So they'll head to the playoffs if Gateway can pull something out here against McKeesport, or Albert Gallatin rallies back against Greater Latrobe.
Tough either way it's looking right now, though.
So the Mustangs, congratulations for them. Strong finish to the season. 51-48 is Gateway basketball. And the Gators triggered it out in front. Hard foul. Did they call a foul? They did not call a foul there late. The guy underneath, whoever the inbounds pass went to, was that Bruce McCrummon underneath, got absolutely mauled.
Oh, my goodness.
And let's double check, and we don't have the sound on that game.
They're shaking hands.
Yeah, they're shaking hands. That's going to be the final.
So McKeesport
wins. So McKeesport knocks off Gateway. Laurel Highlands knocks off Penn Trafford. So the Mustangs would need the Albert Gallatin to come back and knock off Greater Latrobe. Yeah. So Uniontown's done.
Yes.
So Uniontown is out of the playoffs.
Out, and like you said, at this stage, Albert Gallatin's got to come back on the road against Latrobe for Laurel Highlands to make it. And like I said, that's the kind of bad thing about it for Laurel Highlands, because you're in a situation where you did everything possible that you could do to put yourself in position to have a chance at the playoffs, and you needed somebody else.
Actually, we got an update on the Greater Latrobe game. We were behind. Greater Latrobe up 66-43 over Albert Gallatin. So unless we're missing something on the tiebreakers, and we'll check back, but I can't see how the tiebreakers would change versus wins versus losses on the other side. I think the Mustangs are going to be cooked too. Yeah,
I would think so. I mean, the only scenario where that might possibly not come into play would, but the way that even Coach Ackerman was explaining it the other night, when they go to the first tiebreaker, McKeesport's going to – well, no, because McKeesport and Latrobe end up tied.
They split the season series.
And they split.
And Laurel split the season series with Latrobe.
But not with McKeesport. So I think they're out. I mean, so I would have thought McKeesport gets 4 because of beating LH twice.
Correct. But then does it go to a head-to-head situation between Latrobe and Laurel Highlands, and they both get in?
So Coach Ackerman the other night explained it that at that first tiebreaker, because it determines McKeesport finishes 4th, that automatically knocked
Laurel Highlands
out.
Does it or doesn't it?
He says it does.
Okay.
I don't know. To me, I don't think it should. Like, to me, that's for fourth place.
Okay.
But
maybe those guys over there can talk to John Smith. He might get a better indication of it. For the folks over there, we'll check with TJ and Steve and see if they get some more indications on that.
Because, like I said, to me, that should only determine the fourth playoff spot. That fifth playoff spot should be between Latrobe and Laurel Highlands, and they split. Is the way I feel it should be if it's not. But that doesn't mean anything, because if that's what it is. But like I said, that's how Coach Ackerman explained it to me and Coach Kesmarski, is once Laurel Highlands got eliminated from the fourth spot, it eliminates them altogether. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Well, we will see what ends up transpiring, Shay. Again, we're going to wrap it up on the video side. Uniontown, we know they're out of the WPIAL playoffs for 2026, falling to Franklin Regional here tonight, 55-48. Shay, I have to thank you again for joining me here today. Billy Dice behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back at Siner Davis & Davis. Attorneys at Law Studios. That'll wrap it up on the video side here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.